Alright guys, welcome back to CD's Automotive and Repair. Today's video, we're going to be replacing the coolant temp switch on this here 92 Chevrolet S10 5-speed 2.8 V6. It's two-wheel drive. Problem is, the temperature gauge is not registering right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And when the vehicle is running, I'm not 100% sure if it is overheating or not, if it's having a accurate reading. Done went through the whole dash cluster. It's got brand new bulbs and everything, which is very common on this here vehicle, which is already done, so that's not the issue. I know it's not the gauge inside. I know it's got to be something to do with the sensor. Done replace the coolant temperature sensor, which is located right here on the top of the intake manifold, right here, that little bad boy. That was around 20 bucks. Picked that up at AutoZone, and here is the part number. It is Valuecraft. Come on, focus. Anyways, it is SU109VC Valuecraft. Picked it up at any parts store. AutoZone's where I particularly got it at. I think it was around 15 bucks. The highest one, Duralast, was around 20. This is a year warranty. What the heck, you can throw it in there. Was having issues of high idle, and that seemed to fix that issue, and some fuel rich and lean issues, so that fixed that as well. Alright, so here's the part. Picked this up from O'Reilly's. It was around 16-18 bucks. Part number is 28349. And if I get the camera, does not seem to want to focus today. Get that out of the box. Here she is. Now, the one that costs a little bit more is around 22 bucks. I think I priced it at AutoZone around $19.99 or $21 and some change. I picked this up at O'Reilly's. Theirs is a year warranty. AutoZone is lifetime warranty. Really and truly, 21 bucks. I should have went to AutoZone and picked it up there, because the lifetime of my vehicle, I could have had this replaced. But I chose the other route. So, if you get the sensor, any type of sensor, and if it doesn't have anything on the threads like this one doesn't, you need to get a hold of some Teflon tape. And I'd recommend using this, putting a little bit around the threads, and then putting it into the block. Because if you don't, it would probably end up starting leaking. So, the tools you're going to need for this are a ratchet, extension. I've got it's extended ratchet. The socket and a short extension, 21 millimeter, in other words 13/16. So we'll go down here, plug the little sensor. There's a little tab right on the side of it. Don't break the tab off. Just like that. Pull up with the tab and then pull out. It should come right out. Make sure you get the right sensor. Know it's some issues. Parts guy gave me the wrong sensor. Got all the way home, and it was actually the temp sensor, not the switch. This is the switch. That's the sensor. This one's for your temperature gauge inside the cluster. Oh, we're gonna have some issues with power steering pump. That's nice. All right. Alright, so I went back and I actually got a longer extension. That's just too short. It's going to hit the power steering pump, and I don't need that. Alright. Should fairly come off pretty easy. There it goes. Now some coolant may come out. That's alright. Just make sure you fill the radiator back up whenever you're done. Don't freak out when you take the sensor out and there's coolant going everywhere. That's completely normal. And the sensor broke right off. Alright. Good thing we got a new one. And there goes some coolant. As you can tell, it looks like there was some kind of red stuff on the threads of this. It's kind of hard to tell with the coolant being all nasty color. Let me get a pan for that. Alright, so while it's shooting coolant everywhere, now that you got the stuff on the threads, just thread that puppy right back in where she went. Just like that. I'll take a little bit more. Alright, now it's good and snug and tight, and that's about with the same location it was where the other sensor was. One more time, just to make sure. Yeah, good snug. Alright, plug her back in. Just like so. Clean up all the tools and the mess, and we'll top off the coolant and fire it up and see where we go from there. Alright, so everything's topped off. Go ahead and fire it up, and you're going to hear a big old fan noise. I just put a fan clutch on it, so it's practically brand new. So it does kick in pretty good. And one last thing I want to let you know is, if you can tell by the cart over here, there's a bunch of exhaust parts, clamps, adapters, hangers, such, all that good stuff. Got some brake parts. That's another reason why it's jacked up. That I might make a video of that coming out. If you'd like to know about for that video, or like to see that video, let me know down in the bottom of the comments. I'm going to be doing brakes on it, front brakes. So yeah, so let's go ahead and fire it up. And I'm not going to let y'all guys know what type of exhaust I put on it. I'm going to have y'all guess. Let me know in the bottom of the comments what you think, what type of exhaust I put on this. Did put in some gauges. All the lights work. Charging 14 volts, good oil pressure. I really think there's something wrong with that oil pressure gauge. I might be replacing the sensor soon. Either that or it's got a faulty oil gauge. Because every now and then it'll go down to around 40 psi of oil pressure, sometimes a little above it, and then there's days like this where it goes all the way to freaking 80 maxed out, and I don't get why it does that. Have to do some thoroughly checking into that, but yeah, let's go ahead and check for leaks. Good to go. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the bottom. I'll try my best to get a hold of them back to you. And if you hadn't already, go ahead and smash the crap out of that subscribe button. I have how-to more repair videos coming just like this your way. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night. Thanks. How you change a coolant temp sensor switch on the 1992 Chevrolet S10. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more.